Okay.
Hi, Erika, welcome.
Okay.
I'm Gabrielle Casieri. I'm the chair of the Standards Subcommittee for the New Jersey Association of School Librarians, and I'm here with Erika Leak from the New Jersey Department of Education.
Hello.
Hello, and we're going to talk about a new standard, 9.4, life literacies and key skills that we're very excited about.
Yes, we're very excited about it as well. In June, the New Jersey State Board of Education adopted new standards. Some of them were slightly revised, but this was a standard that fit in the new category, and we're really excited about it because we really see it as the standard that we are all responsible for. It's not just the English teacher, it's not the math teacher, it's not the school librarian. We are all responsible. This is a collaborative effort. And like you said, the title of it is Career Readiness, Life Literacies, and Key Skills. And we really see it as yes, students need the content, but what do they really need to be able to have in order to function productively in this society that is rapidly changing? And so we know that creativity and innovation is absolutely a key skill. And so we included it in there. We also know that critical thinking and problem solving in our society, we are faced with any number of issues that really require critical thinking and problem solving. And so we wanted that to be a deliberate part of this round of standards. Digital citizenship. Every day, of course, we're reminded of our responsibility in that digital sphere. And we want our kids to have deliberate instruction in their role in digital citizenship. What does that mean? What does it not mean? And so we have that in our standards. Global and cultural awareness. I think we are all acutely aware of that need, that skill. And of course, there's information and media literacy. Again, daily, there are reminders of the need for us to be able to parse out information that is inaccurate, useful, credible, all of that. And of course, this area, we really see our certified school librarian media specialists as our partners in delivering this really important skill, as we do in all of these areas. And then of course, there's technology literacy, which many of you are familiar as the old 8.1, which is now, we put that into this group of standards in standard 9.4, because we also see that as a life literacy, the technology literacy piece. And so so that really, I guess on a high level, I guess, is the new standard 9.4, which we are really excited about. And I'm really happy to be here to discuss this.
Yes, thank you so much. So you did mention it was approved in June, and so we can be using it right now, right?
You absolutely can. With the event of COVID and all of the way that it kind of disrupted our sort of natural flow, there has been a bit of a delay in terms of the implementation of all the standards. So the idea was that there would be a staggered implementation, and that staggered schedule you can see on the Department of Education website. What would probably really be a good idea, though, is to really familiarize yourself with particularly standard 9.4, because what that will do is prepare educators for really the requirements around this standard, understanding that this life literacy and key skills standard is not relegated to an elective course in the 11th grade or the 12th grade. This is grade banded from kindergarten. So from kindergarten, we have K2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 12. So there's something there for everyone. And so what we would really encourage school districts to do is to really start to familiarize themselves with the concepts and skills that are in this standard. But absolutely, there's nothing stopping anyone really from beginning the process of integrating implementation of the standard into their core instruction.
Okay, that is good to know, because as you said, with the disruption of COVID, it's been a little chaotic and hectic, and everything feels different. And one of the things we've been noticing in our school population is how much technology literacy they have needed in this virtual and hybrid environment that we're doing, and how important it is for students to have, as you mentioned, the deliberate exposure to critical thinking and bias in the media, and being able to problem solve and do all those things that are in this standard.
Sure. I think that this time in history has really highlighted the importance of the need that our kids have for all of these areas, just as you mentioned, and for the reasons that you mentioned. You know, I just can't think of a strand of these standards that are not immediately relevant right now. And so our kids are really sort of engaging in this unprecedented time of instruction. And there are, of course, there are going to be anomalies, but there are things I know that, elements that we haven't even really thought of. So what better time for us to deliberately, really make sure that they understand the place and the role of critical thinking. Like, you've got to be able, and innovation and creativity. You have to be able to be flexible, right, in your thinking, and be able to take, pre-existing resources that may or may not be useful right now, and put them into kind of like these in a different environment, and be able to solve problems. So I just can't impress, upon all of us as an education community, the importance and the timeliness of Standard 9.4. And I think we're all seeing that. I think we're all seeing that, and nobody has all of the answers. So even within our own community, we're really seeing the value of these life literacies and key skills. It's quite a time. It's extraordinary.
It is an extraordinary time. And I think on that note, thank you again so much for joining us. We are going to be talking about Standard 9.4 at our spring conference. And so we look forward to continuing to work with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Gabrielle. This has been a real pleasure.
Thank you. For me too.